You know what's absolutely wild? Most people spend their entire lives politely asking the universe for money, like they're requesting a favor from a busy relative who might say no. They whisper their desires, cross their fingers, and hope, maybe, just maybe, if they're good enough, patient enough, worthy enough, abundance might trickle down to them. But what if I told you that asking is exactly why you're still waiting? What if the secret to manifesting $500,000 isn't about asking at all, but about commanding with the authority you were born with, but forgot how to use? I see you there, probably checking your bank balance for the third time today, wondering when things are going to shift. You've tried manifestation. You've written the affirmations. You've visualized until your eyes hurt. Maybe you've even done vision boards with pictures of luxury cars and dream homes. And yet, your financial reality looks exactly the same as it did 6 months ago. You're starting to wonder if this whole manifestation thing is just spiritual fantasy for people who have too much time on their hands. Here's what nobody tells you about money and manifestation. The universe doesn't respond to begging. It doesn't respond to wishful thinking. And it definitely doesn't respond to that desperate energy that says, please, 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 I really need this. The universe responds to one thing only: clear, confident commands spoken with absolute authority. Think about it this way. When you walk into a restaurant, you don't beg the waiter for food. You don't say, excuse me, if it's not too much trouble, could I maybe possibly have a burger? You sit down, look at the menu, and confidently order exactly what you want. That's the energy that gets results. But here's where most people mess this up completely. They treat money like some mystical, unpredictable force that operates by rules they'll never understand. They think abundance is reserved for other people, lucky people, people who were born into the right families or had the right connections. They've been conditioned to believe that wanting money makes them greedy, that asking for abundance is selfish, that they should be grateful for the crumbs and stop wanting more. What I'm about to share with you isn't about greed or materialism. It's about recognizing that you are a co-creator with the universe, not a beggar hoping for scraps. You have divine authority running through your veins. You have the same creative power that spoke galaxies into existence. The only difference between you and people who effortlessly attract wealth is that they've learned to command instead of ask. They speak to the universe like the powerful beings they are, not like victims hoping for rescue. So today, we're going to flip the script entirely. You're going to learn the exact words that command $500,000 into your reality. Now, before we dive into these exact words that command $500,000, let's get something straight. I'm not talking about some magical incantation where you chant 3 times under a full moon and money falls from the sky. Though honestly, stranger things have happened when you align with universal laws. What I'm talking about is understanding how the universe actually operates and working with its systems instead of against them. You see, the universe is like the most sophisticated computer system ever created, and your words are the programming language. Every single thing you say is a line of code being written into your reality. When you say, I can't afford that, you're programming scarcity. When you say, money is so hard to come by, you're coding struggle into your financial operating system. When you complain about bills or stress about expenses, you're literally writing poverty software and wondering why your life keeps running broke programs. But here's where it gets exciting. The moment you understand that your words are commands, not wishes, everything changes. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the programmer of your own reality. You realize that the universe has been faithfully executing every command you've given it, including the negative ones you didn't even realize you were issuing. Most people think they want money, but their subconscious programming tells a different story. They say they want abundance while simultaneously declaring, I'm not good with money, or rich people are greedy, or money doesn't grow on trees. It's like trying to drive north while your GPS is set for south. You're fighting against your own internal navigation system. The wealthy understand something that broke people don't. They know that money is energy, and energy responds to confidence, clarity, and command. They don't ask for opportunities, they create them. They don't hope for abundance, they expect it. They don't wonder if they deserve wealth, they know they do. This isn't arrogance, it's alignment with universal truth. I remember working with someone who was drowning in debt, working 3 jobs, and convinced that money hated her. She would literally apologize every time she spent money, like she was doing something wrong. I taught her to change one simple thing. Instead of saying, "Sorry, money, for spending you," she started saying, "Thank you, money, for flowing through me and returning multiplied." Within 2 months, she received an unexpected inheritance, landed a better-paying job, and started attracting clients for a side business she'd been too scared to launch. That shift from asking to commanding, from hoping to knowing, from begging to directing, that's where the magic happens. When you command $500,000, you're not requesting permission from the universe. You're activating dormant creative power that's been waiting for you to remember who you really are. You're aligning with abundance, consciousness, instead of lack consciousness. So let's stop playing small. Let's stop apologizing for wanting more. The universe doesn't reward timidity. It rewards bold, clear, confident commands spoken by people who know their worth. Here's the truth that's going to change everything for you. The universe is not neutral. It's not sitting up there deciding who deserves what based on some cosmic credit score. The universe is responsive. It's like a giant echo chamber that amplifies and returns whatever frequency you're broadcasting. When you command with authority, it responds with authority. When you whisper with doubt, it responds with uncertainty. The reason asking doesn't work is because asking implies you don't already have it. Asking comes from a vibration of lack, of need, of separation from what you desire. But commanding comes from a place of knowing, of certainty, of recognition that abundance is your natural state. When you command $500,000, you're not trying to get something external. You're calling forth what already exists in the quantum field of infinite possibilities. Let me break this down scientifically, because I know some of you need the logic to believe. Quantum physics has proven that everything exists as potential until it's observed and collapsed into reality. Your $500,000 already exists as potential. Your dream house, your perfect relationship, your ideal life, they all exist right now in the field of pure possibility. Your job isn't to create them from nothing. Your job is to collapse them from potential into form through the power of focused intention and confident command. But here's where most people sabotage themselves. They command once and then spend the next week contradicting themselves. They declare abundance in the morning and complain about being broke by afternoon. They affirm prosperity while scrolling through social media, comparing themselves to others and feeling inadequate. You can't plant seeds of abundance and water them with thoughts of lack. The universe gets confused by mixed signals. When you truly command, you don't second guess. You don't wonder if it's working. You don't check your bank account every hour looking for evidence. You speak your command with the same confidence you'd use to order coffee. You know it's coming because you've placed a clear order with cosmic forces that never fail to deliver. I want you to imagine for a moment that money is a loyal friend who's been waiting for clear instructions from you. Every time you've said, "I never have enough," your money friend has said, "Okay, I'll make sure you experience not having enough." Every time you've declared, "I'm broke," your money friend has organized circumstances to keep you in that state. But the moment you command, "I now receive $500,000 in perfect timing through perfect channels," your money friend springs into action, rearranging opportunities, connections, and circumstances to fulfill your command. This isn't fantasy. This is how energy works. Money is energy. Thoughts are energy. Words are energy. And like attracts like. When you align your energy with abundance through confident command, you become magnetic to wealth. The universe starts conspiring in your favor, instead of reflecting your fears back to you. Now let's get to the exact words that command $500,000 into your reality. But before I give them to you, understand this. These aren't magic words that work regardless of your energy. They're power words that amplify whatever frequency you're already holding. If you speak them with doubt, they'll amplify doubt. If you speak them with desperation, they'll amplify desperation. But if you speak them with absolute knowing, with unwavering faith, with the confidence of someone who understands their divine authority, they become unstoppable forces of creation. Here are the exact words. Write them down. Memorize them. Let them become as natural as breathing. Universe, I command you to deliver $500,000 to me now through the highest good of all. I accept this abundance with gratitude and use it wisely for my purpose and the service of others. This is done. That's it. Simple, direct, powerful. No begging, no pleading, no maybe if it's okay energy, pure command. But here's the secret most people miss. It's not just about saying the words. It's about becoming the person who has the authority to speak those words. You can't command like a king while feeling like a peasant. You have to embody the energy of someone who knows they deserve abundance, who knows they're worthy of wealth, who knows they're meant to live in overflow. Some of you are already resisting this. Your mind is saying, that sounds arrogant. That sounds demanding. What if the universe gets offended? Let me tell you something profound. The universe isn't a temperamental boss who gets upset when you're confident. The universe is pure love, pure abundance, pure creative power, and it delights in your expansion. It wants you to claim your birthright. It wants you to step into your power. It wants you to stop playing small and start playing at the level you were designed for. Think about this logically. If you were the universe, infinitely abundant, would you want your children to grovel and beg for crumbs? Or would you want them to boldly claim the inheritance that's rightfully theirs? The universe is waiting for you to grow up spiritually, to stop acting like an orphan and start acting like the divine being you are. When you command $500,000, you're not taking it away from someone else. Abundance isn't pie where someone else gets less because you get more. Abundance is infinite. There's enough for everyone. In fact, when you step into prosperity consciousness, you inspire others to do the same. Your wealth becomes a beacon that shows others what's possible. I've seen people transform their entire financial reality by shifting from asking to commanding. A woman I worked with had been struggling for years, trying every manifestation technique, burning sage, doing moon rituals, making vision boards. Nothing worked until she learned to command. Within 3 months of speaking these exact words daily with absolute conviction, she received a business opportunity that generated exactly $500,000 in revenue her first year. Coincidence? The universe doesn't do coincidences. It does correspondence. Let's talk about what happens in your body and mind when you command versus when you ask. When you ask, your energy contracts. Your shoulders might slump slightly. Your voice becomes smaller. You unconsciously position yourself as inferior to what you're requesting from. It's the energy of a child asking a parent for permission. But when you command, everything changes. Your spine straightens. Your voice carries authority. Your entire being expands into its natural power. This isn't about being demanding or entitled. This is about recognizing the truth of who you are. You are not separate from the universe. You are not a small, powerless human hoping for favor from distant cosmic forces. You are the universe expressing itself as you. You are creation in human form. When you command, you're not ordering around some external force. You're directing your own creative power. Here's what most people don't understand about the $500,000 figure. It's not random. It's specifically chosen because it's large enough to create real change in your life, but not so large that your subconscious immediately rejects it as impossible. Your mind can stretch to believe $500,000. It might resist $1 million or $10 million, but $500,000 feels achievable while still being transformational. But here's the beautiful thing about universal abundance. The universe doesn't think $500,000 is a big number. To infinite intelligence, $500,000 and $5 require the same amount of creative energy. The only difference is in your consciousness. The universe will deliver whatever amount you can truly command with unwavering faith. Start with $500,000, and as your consciousness expands, your commands can expand too. When you speak these words, Universe, I command you to deliver $500,000 to me now. You must feel them in every cell of your body. You must speak them like someone who has every right to receive abundance. Because you do. You didn't come to this planet to struggle. You didn't incarnate here to worry about money. You came here to experience the fullness of life, to create, to expand, to contribute your unique gifts to the world. And you can't do that effectively if you're constantly stressed about finances. I want you to practice right now. Stand up if you can. Take a deep breath. Feel your feet on the ground. Connect with your power. Now speak these words out loud with absolute authority. Universe, I command you to deliver $500,000 to me now through the highest good of all. I accept this abundance with gratitude and use it wisely for my purpose and the service of others. This is done. How did that feel? Did you feel a shift in your energy? Did you feel your power rising? That's what command energy feels like. That's the frequency that moves mountains and manifests miracles. If you felt resistance or doubt, that's okay. Your old programming is trying to keep you safe in familiar limitation, but you're breaking through that now. Remember, the universe has been waiting for you to claim your abundance. It's been waiting for you to step into your authority and command what's rightfully yours. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Some of you are thinking, this sounds too good to be true. If commanding really works, why isn't everyone rich? Great question. The answer is simple but profound. Most people have been programmed from birth to believe they don't have this kind of power. They've been taught to be humble, to not want too much, to be grateful for whatever they get. They've been conditioned to believe that wealth is for other people, not for them. Society has done an incredible job of convincing people that they're powerless, that they're victims of circumstances, that they need to work hard and hope for the best. The education system doesn't teach you about your creative power. Religion often teaches you to be humble and accept your lot in life. Even well-meaning parents often pass down limiting beliefs about money because that's what they learned from their parents. But you're different. You're here, listening to this message, ready to break free from generations of limitation. You're ready to reclaim the authority that was never actually taken from you, just hidden under layers of conditioning. When you command $500,000, you're not just changing your bank account. You're breaking ancestral patterns of lack. You're stepping into a new timeline where abundance is your normal. Here's something crucial you need to understand. The universe will test your command. It's not being mean or difficult. It's checking to see if you really mean it. After you start commanding, you might notice old fears surfacing. You might have thoughts like, who am I to command the universe? Or, this is ridiculous. I'm just talking to myself. These are not signs that it's not working. These are signs that it is working, and your old programming is fighting for survival. When these doubts arise, don't fight them. Simply acknowledge them and return to your command. Say, thank you for trying to protect me, but I'm choosing abundance now. Then repeat your command with even more authority. Universe, I command you to deliver $500,000 to me now through the highest good of all. I accept this abundance with gratitude and use it wisely for my purpose and the service of others. This is done. I've watched people receive their commanded abundance in the most unexpected ways. Someone commanded $500,000 and within 6 months received a job offer that came with a $500,000 signing bonus. Another person commanded the same amount and discovered they had inherited property worth exactly that much from a distant relative they barely knew. The universe is endlessly creative in how it fulfills your commands. But here's what you must remember. The how is not your job. Your job is to command clearly and then stay open to receive. Don't limit the universe by deciding how your money should come. Maybe it's through a business opportunity. Maybe it's through investment returns. Maybe it's through a completely unexpected source you never could have imagined. Trust the process. The universe is conspiring in your favor right now, arranging people, circumstances, and opportunities to fulfill your command. Your $500,000 is already on its way. Let's talk about the science behind why commanding works while asking fails. Your brain has something called the reticular activating system, a network of neurons that filters information and determines what you consciously notice. When you ask for money, you're programming your RAS to notice lack, to focus on what you don't have, to confirm the story that abundance is scarce. But when you command money, you're programming your RAS to notice opportunities, to spot possibilities, to recognize abundance that was always there but invisible to your asking consciousness. Think about when you're looking to buy a specific car. Suddenly, you see that exact model everywhere. The cars were always there, but your RAS wasn't filtering them into your awareness until you focused on them. The same principle applies to money. When you command $500,000 with absolute certainty, your brain starts noticing opportunities to create, receive, or attract that exact amount. Ideas that were always available suddenly become visible. Connections that could lead to wealth suddenly seem obvious. Your commanding consciousness unlocks perceptions that your asking consciousness kept hidden. But here's where most people sabotage themselves after learning to command. They say the words with authority, feel the power, sense the shift, and then immediately start asking when it's going to happen. They check their bank account the next day expecting to see $500,000 deposited overnight. When they don't see instant results, doubt creeps in and cancels their command. It's like planting a seed and digging it up every day to see if it's growing. Universal law operates on perfect timing, not your timeline. When you command $500,000, the universe immediately begins orchestrating events. But these orchestrations happen behind the scenes. People need to be moved into position. Opportunities need to be aligned. Circumstances need to be arranged. Sometimes what looks like delay is actually divine timing, ensuring that when your money arrives, you're prepared to receive it, handle it wisely, and multiply it effectively. I want you to understand something profound about commanding. When you speak those words, "Universe, I command you to deliver $500,000 to me now," you're not placing an order that might be filled. You're activating a cosmic process that's already guaranteed. The universe doesn't have the option to say no to your authentic command because you are the universe expressing itself as you. You're not commanding something outside yourself. You're directing your own infinite creative power. This is why doubt is so destructive to the process. Doubt isn't just negative thinking. Doubt is a counter-command. When you command abundance and then doubt it's possible, you're giving two opposite instructions to the same creative force. It's like pressing the gas and brake simultaneously. You'll create movement, but it will be chaotic and inefficient. Pure command, with no contradictory doubt, creates smooth, powerful manifestation. Start treating your command like a done deal. When you say, "Universe, I command you to deliver $500,000 to me now," let that be the end of the conversation. Don't negotiate with yourself afterward. Don't wonder if you did it right. Don't question whether you deserve it. You spoke with authority, the universe heard you, and the process is now in motion. Now let's address what happens when your $500,000 starts flowing toward you, because many people unconsciously block their abundance right at the moment of receiving. The universe will often send you tests before sending you the full amount. You might find $20 on the street, receive an unexpected refund, or get offered a small opportunity that could lead to bigger things. These aren't coincidences. These are confirmations that your command is being processed. How you respond to these small tests determines how quickly the larger amount arrives. If you find that $20 and think, "Well, this isn't $500,000, you're rejecting the universe's delivery system. But if you find that $20 and say, "Thank you, universe, this is evidence that my command is working. I receive this with gratitude and expect more," you're keeping the flow open. Every small blessing you acknowledge with gratitude accelerates the delivery of larger blessings. Gratitude isn't just nice spiritual practice. It's a magnetic force that draws more abundance toward you. Here's something most people don't realize about commanding large amounts of money. The universe often delivers in waves rather than one lump sum. You might receive $50,000 through one channel, $150,000 through another, $200,000 through a third opportunity, and $100,000 through an unexpected source. Don't get attached to receiving exactly $500,000 in one payment. Stay open to receiving it in whatever form brings the highest good for all involved. You also need to prepare yourself energetically to receive this amount. Most people have what I call a receiving ceiling, based on their self-worth and past experiences with money. If the largest amount you've ever had at one time is $10,000, jumping to $500,000 might feel overwhelming to your nervous system. Start expanding your receiving capacity now by imagining how it would feel to have $500,000. Visualize paying off debts easily. Picture investing in your dreams without financial stress. Feel the peace of knowing you're financially secure. But here's the most important part about receiving your commanded abundance. You must have a purpose for it beyond just having more money. The universe responds most powerfully to commands that serve not just your personal desires but contribute to the greater good. When you command $500,000, include in your intention how you'll use this money to serve others, to fund your mission, to create positive impact in the world. This isn't about being altruistic to manipulate the universe into giving you money. This is about aligning with the truth that individual abundance and collective abundance are connected. When you prosper with purpose, you inspire others to claim their abundance too. Your wealth becomes a demonstration of what's possible, a beacon that lights the way for others who are still trapped in limitation consciousness. Maybe you'll use part of your $500,000 to start a business that provides value to others. Maybe you'll invest in education that allows you to serve at a higher level. Maybe you'll donate to causes that matter to you. Maybe you'll simply use it to create a life of joy and freedom that inspires everyone around you. Whatever your purpose, let it be genuine and from the heart. Let's talk about maintaining your command energy even when physical reality hasn't caught up yet. This is where most people lose their manifestation. They command with authority, feel the power, sense the shift, but then wake up the next morning to the same bank balance and start doubting everything. They begin asking questions like, did I do it wrong? Maybe I'm not worthy? Maybe this doesn't work for people like me. These questions immediately shift them from command consciousness back to victim consciousness. When you've given a command to the universe, your job is to live as if it's already done while remaining detached from the timing. This means making decisions from abundance consciousness even before the money appears. It means walking with the confidence of someone who knows their financial stress is temporary. It means treating yourself with the respect due to someone who's about to receive $500,000. I'm not suggesting you go out and spend money you don't have. That would be financial irresponsibility, not abundance consciousness. I'm talking about shifting your internal state. Instead of checking your bank balance with anxiety, check it with calm, knowing that it's about to change dramatically. Instead of paying bills with resentment, pay them with gratitude that you have money flowing through your life and more is coming. Start making plans for your $500,000 even before it arrives. Not detailed spending plans that create attachment, but visionary plans that create excitement. Think about which debts you'll pay off first. Consider what investments might multiply your abundance. Imagine how it will feel to help family members or contribute to causes you care about. This planning isn't about the money itself. It's about programming your subconscious to expect abundance and prepare for wealth. You also need to protect your command from well-meaning but unconscious people who might try to talk you out of your certainty. When you start walking with abundance consciousness, some people around you might feel uncomfortable. They might say things like, "Don't get your hopes up," or "Money doesn't just fall from the sky," or "You need to be more realistic." These people aren't trying to hurt you. They're speaking from their own limitation consciousness and trying to keep you safe in familiar struggle. Don't argue with them or try to convince them that commanding works. Simply smile and keep your abundance consciousness to yourself. You don't need anyone else to believe in your command for it to work. In fact, too much talking about your manifestation can sometimes dissipate the energy you're building. Keep your command sacred and private. Let your results speak for themselves. Here's a powerful practice that will help you maintain command consciousness. Every morning when you wake up, before checking your phone or getting distracted by daily concerns, repeat your command with absolute authority. Universe, I command you to deliver $500,000 to me now, through the highest good of all. I accept this abundance with gratitude and use it wisely for my purpose and the service of others. This is done. Feel the power in these words. Let them activate your entire being for abundance. Then, throughout the day, when doubt tries to creep in, simply return to your command. Don't fight the doubt or analyze it. Just redirect your attention to your certainty. We're coming to the end of our time together, but this is really just the beginning of your new relationship with abundance. You now know the exact words to command $500,000 into your reality. You understand the difference between asking and commanding. You've learned to speak with the authority you were born with but forgot how to use. But knowledge without action is just entertainment. You must actually use what you've learned. So here's what I want you to do right now, today. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel more ready, but right now. Find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted. Stand up straight. Feel your connection to the earth beneath your feet and the infinite sky above your head. Take 3 deep breaths to center yourself in this moment. Then speak these words with absolute authority, as if you're the sovereign ruler of your own reality, which you are. Universe, I command you to deliver $500,000 to me now, through the highest good of all. I accept this abundance with gratitude and use it wisely for my purpose and the service of others. This is done. Say it like you mean it. Say it like your life depends on it. Say it like someone who knows their words create worlds, because they do. Feel the power flowing through you as you speak. Feel the universe responding to your command. Feel the shift happening in dimensions you can't see but absolutely can sense. Now make a commitment. For the next 30 days, you're going to repeat this command every single morning with the same authority and conviction. You're going to live from abundance consciousness even while your bank account catches up. You're going to make decisions from wealth mentality even before the wealth appears physically. You're going to trust the process even when logic says it's impossible. I want you to document this journey. Write down the date you gave your command. Note any synchronicities, opportunities, or unexpected money that shows up, no matter how small. Keep track of how your mindset shifts, how opportunities begin appearing, how people start responding to your changed energy. You're going to be amazed at how quickly things begin moving once you start commanding instead of asking. Remember, you are not separate from the universe. You are not a small, powerless human, hoping for favor from cosmic forces. You are the universe expressing itself as you. You are creation in human form. When you command, you're not ordering around some external power. You're directing your own infinite creative potential. The same intelligence that creates galaxies and orchestrates the movement of planets lives within you and responds to your conscious direction. Your $500,000 is not a distant dream. It's not dependent on luck or circumstances beyond your control. It's already yours in the realm of infinite possibility, waiting for your command to collapse it into physical form. Stop asking for what's already yours. Stop begging for your birthright. Stop acting like abundance is foreign to your nature. Command your abundance. Claim your prosperity. Call forth the wealth that matches your true worth. The universe is waiting for your instruction. It's been waiting your entire life for you to remember who you really are and speak with the authority that belongs to you. Now go forth and command your abundance. Your $500,000 is already on its way to you. This is done.